Welcome to the show, everyone. It's Thursday night, Friday morning, afternoon, even, whatever it is. We hope y'all had a good week. You're listening to Victory Formation, a college football podcast, and I hope y'all are just as excited as we are for this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Week 5, jam-packed. Most jam-packed we've had this year.
Mm-hmm.
Get your popcorn ready. Make sure the beer's cold. Pizza's ordered. You're not going to want to miss this one. I'm Brandon, along here with my boy Troy, in person, again. And joining us in a couple minutes, hopefully, will be Jakey Baseball. Baseball because he's currently watching the Guardians, so he gets a pass this time around. So, let's get into it. We're going to start with breaking news. Mike Gundy, Oklahoma State head coach, previously, was let go. Yep, smell you later. 21 seasons in Stillwater, 2 losing seasons under his belt there. Went 19 of 21 for winning seasons. Half of them were 10-game win seasons, 10-win seasons, and I don't know how short of a string he was on there, but obviously things weren't looking good. I don't think he got along with the athletic department there. We heard he was offered to finish out the year and claim that he was retiring or hide the fact that he was getting fired with retirement, but I don't think he wanted to.
Wanted the buyout.
Yeah, he wanted the buyout, which can't blame him, but I don't think Oklahoma State doesn't look good right now. They're not in a good spot.
No.
But having the longevity in the career you had there, it's a hard decision to make, but I don't think firing your longtime head coach, that most of us don't even remember who the head coach was before Gundy at Oklahoma State was, but I don't think that was the right move, but it had to be done, obviously. I think it's just better for them to go their separate ways.
Probably, yeah. He's a legend though. Just kind of just all the funny clips he's had, like I'm a man, I'm 40. You know, like he's a legend, man. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah,
absolute legend. Had a heck of a career at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, he did.
Heck of a career there. Had some great games against Oklahoma, like big wins.
You think Jim Knowles is looking at it?
Jim Knowles. Ooh, interesting.
Jim Knowles.
I don't know if Jim Knowles could be a head coach.
I don't know.
He's kind of quiet.
Yeah, he is.
He's kind of quiet. I feel like he gotta kind of be a little bit more outspoken a little bit, I think. Yeah. But maybe. I don't know.
For those who don't know, Jim Knowles was the defensive coordinator before he came to Ohio State.
That's a good pull there. I didn't even think about that one.
One thing I know is he'll probably be looking to get a pay increase at Penn State while pursuing other jobs.
Ooh, yikes.
Ohio State fans know about that.
Yikes. I think Ohio State's in a good spot, though.
So yeah, I think.
But yeah, that was kind of shady.
I think we're good.
Right after the as soon as the Natty's over, man, like the ring hadn't even gotten put on the finger yet. And he didn't out.
Right, he didn't even get invited to the
ceremony, the parade or whatever. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't think that ended good either.
No, it did not.
Next up, Virginia Tech. We were discussing before we started this that they may have found a guy, but Troy saw something earlier today that what I was thinking isn't true. But so what I thought was Bruce Arians, former Super Bowl winning head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who's also a Virginia Tech alumni, was going to take that head coaching job. But Troy saw something earlier today that he's helping.
Yeah, he's gonna be the consultant for the hiring committee. I think that from what I saw, he was on Pat McAfee the other day, and he said that they're going to hire a GM first before they do a coach. So I would assume they're going to try to make a big splash with a GM. Virginia Tech pours a lot of money into football there. I know that you said they're trying to build a new facility or break ground on a new facility. So I think that he's probably going to try to make a splash of a hire. So that'll be interesting to see who they get.
Definitely. So, I wonder if they offered him the job and he was like, no.
They probably did. And he's probably like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to get into college football right now. College football would be, when you're that old and you've coached the NFL for so long, I don't know how fun that would be to get into. I mean, Bill Belichick's dealing with it right now. It's just all the stuff you got to do there in college is crazy right now. But
I think he did the right way. He went out with a bang when I got a ring in the NFL.
He's like, He's like, I'll be a consultant and help, but I don't want to coach.
Right. Exactly.
But that'll be interesting to see what direction they go.
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing will happen until after the season, obviously. So
Right.
it's going to be a little while. But
yeah, I mean, they looked good against their Cupcake.
Yeah.
Wofford.
Did you see like their crowd that next day too? Like after they'd fired their coach, like packed crowd. It's a great fan base there. Like,
well, they were chanting "Fire Brent Pry"
Yeah.
during the game, and then the week after they were chanting it even more because they got blown out by an FCS school.
Yeah.
But,
and then they packed it the next week.
Yeah.
Like it's a good fan base, man.
Yeah.
I feel like they deserve a good coach.
It's great. They've had a lot of good.
Shane Beamer.
Maybe.
Anyways.
Next up is the 2025 Heisman cursed.
Oh my gosh, dude.
We can't find a solidified, I guess it's way too early for a solidified top 3 or 5, but it's moved so much. I've never seen Heisman move this much before.
I neither.
I thought we had a front runner.
You called it early. He was there.
I got unlucky. For those who don't know, John Mateer, Oklahoma University quarterback, had a hand injury during the Auburn-Oklahoma game on Saturday, and he had to get surgery. Surgery went successful. I think it was this morning. He came out and tweeted it or something, but he's going to be out for a couple weeks. Yeah. They say he could be back for the Red River Showdown.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I think that's week 8. So
that'd be sick. So 4 weeks, okay.
Yeah, 4 weeks. Not bad, but
this is they're starting to get into the SEC now, so it's a bummer that they don't have him because they were primed for hopefully a good season.
Right.
So hopefully they can weather the storm without him.
But unfortunate. So we've had Cade Klubnik go down.
He's dead.
Nussmeier hasn't looked great. Arch Manning hasn't looked good. Lenore Sellers hasn't looked the greatest, but he also got hurt.
It's true.
Yeah.
He did get concussed.
John Mateer, who took over, is now they locked out the cash out. I went to cash out immediately after I heard about it. Vegas already knew, obviously.
They know everything.
Yeah. They probably text Vegas and they're like, hey, lock the cash out for John Mateer.
Yep, for sure.
Save you some money.
We're about to announce that he's having surgery.
They probably made half. I don't even know how much they made because I was up over double on my bet.
Wow.
Just on the cash out.
Wow.
So,
brutal.
Yeah, he was tied front runner on Saturday with Castellanos from Florida State. And then he jumped into first for 2 days until that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was plus 750. Castellanos dropped to like plus 950.
Now I think isn't first Mendoza now?
Yeah, Mendoza took over
insane,
at 700.
That's insane.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either.
But I mean, he had to get he couldn't miss last week. But regardless, Heisman's curse.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting. I feel like it's gonna be an interesting New York. I'm so surprised to see who actually makes it there.
Yeah. It's almost it's like a down year for quarterbacks and running backs this year. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not something we see normally.
Jeremiah Smith, man.
You know? Did you see that every year that ends in 5 has won a Heisman in the running back category since 1945? Really? 45, 55, 65, all of them up to 2015, which was Derrick Henry, has won a running back. They were saying Ashton Jonty was a year ahead of his time.
Oh, man. That's actually a crazy stat. There's no running back that's going to win it this year, I don't think, unless someone is absolutely insane.
Ahmad Hardy's having the best year for running backs, at least. Missouri running back. But
he keeps going crazy, maybe. But
yeah, maybe. They actually look pretty good.
They do.
Honestly,
I didn't think they were going to be good. He's nasty.
I would not put it past him making New York.
Yeah,
if he
I feel
keeps
like they have
up.
to have one non-quarterback. You got to have one.
Yeah, especially how the quarterbacks are playing this year.
Yeah.
You know? Terrible. So, why don't we dive into the trenches?
Let's dive in. Let's do it.
Week 5, cinema, movie theater worthy. They're gonna make documentaries about this weekend. That's how crazy.
This is why we go through all the dog days of the spring and the summer. Is for this weekend right here.
Exactly.
Hopefully you don't have any fall weddings this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Brutal.
So we're gonna give you 6 games this weekend. There's probably 9 or 10 on our radar.
For sure.
But we're gonna give you 6 of them instead of 5. So let's start with the 12 o'clock. 11 o'clock game. Hold on. Where'd it go? 21 USC at 23 Illinois. USC 6.5. Winsipedia, aka all-time record between these two teams. USC 11-2 over Illinois here. USC's on a 2-game win streak currently. 1989 was the last time Illinois beat the Trojans.
Wowzers. That's a long time ago.
Long time ago. So, as we know, USC is coming off a decent win against Michigan State.
Offense looks good.
Yeah, offense looks good. Mayava looks good and comfortable. Then Makai Lemon looks pretty promising as a wide receiver there. I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's younger.
Yeah.
That's a good duo. And then you got Illinois, who's coming off the exact opposite.
They got absolutely shellacked.
Absolutely whacked last week against Indiana. Yeah, I hope they did the exact opposite this week in practice.
Yeah, I'm sure Brett Bielema didn't have a fun week of practice this week. He was probably not a nice guy this week. Did you see Lincoln Riley talking about how bad their schedule is? Like, they played at home.
USC's?
Yeah. They played at home 11 p.m. Eastern last week.
Yeah.
And then 11 a.m. That is...
The latest game.
Golly.
Latest game last week to the earliest this week. That's wild.
Honestly, it's so super unfortunate about these conference realignments because that is just that's insanity. Like,
I feel bad for USC.
Michigan
UCLA.
State guys have to go play at 11 p.m. You're not even NCAA. You're not even allowed to start a practice past 10 p.m.
Oh, really?
You're not even allowed to practice past 10 p.m. NCAA rules, and they started a game at 11 p.m. Eastern. Like, they were playing later than they're even allowed to practice.
It'd be different if it was Pac-12 because 11 p.m. Eastern is 7 p.m.
Right. So if they're already on the West Coast, but traveling there, yeah, crazy. USC's they're kind of sneaking under the radar. They might be able to make some noise in the Big Ten.
Yeah. I was looking at the strength of record or the strength of schedule. Illinois has the hardest Big Ten schedule left. In conference schedule.
That's not good for them.
Yeah.
That's not good for them.
They need to get everyone they can, especially against, Indiana may be a tier 2 team right now. They're looking really strong. Looking like the 4th or 5th best team in the Big Ten. Them and Michigan.
I would say probably 4th right now.
Yeah.
Just based off of how well they've looked.
Right.
Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, them, I would think, right?
Big Ten's kind of deep this year.
It's really deep. Big Ten's nasty.
Deep.
The Big Ten's been good the last couple of years, and I think it's going to continue to be good. Just because Big Ten, they're throwing a lot of money in football right now.
Oregon's young, Michigan's young, Ohio State's relatively young with a lot of talent, and then
Indiana's still pretty.
Indiana, Penn State's really the only veteran team.
Yeah. Washington's been young, and they're
USC.
playing good.
A lot
Big
of
Ten's going to be good. They're going to be really good. This will be a good game.
Yep.
See if Altmaier can have a bounce back performance. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, Illinois. That was shocking.
That was
shocking. And they're 6.5-point dogs now.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Not good.
Not great.
So I'm taking USC covering 6.5 with this one. We'll see what Jake says. Hopefully he joins us in a couple minutes. But Troy, who do you got winning this game? You think USC is gonna just come out and bounce on Illinois, or you think think Illinois is gonna get a bounce back?
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna go. So if this was at USC, I would take USC with the travel early game. After a loss, I think he's gonna get him to play better.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Illinois.
Okay,
I'm gonna take Illinois. I'm gonna think they're gonna get it done. I don't know. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna go off on a limb here.
They might get a get back and a little revenge tour.
A little revenge game. With
tour
all the hype that they had this year, they would be their season would pretty much be over if they lost this game.
Right.
As far as playoff goes. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna bounce back a day. Forgot about this one. Number 8, Florida State at Virginia, 7 p.m. Friday night. So as you're listening, tonight.
Boom.
Florida State, 6.5 on the spread. That's the most interesting line of the weekend.
What is it?
6.5. At Virginia. Little interesting there.
Trap game question mark?
Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. Because Florida State's got Miami next week.
Oh, look ahead. Well, look ahead action. Uh-oh.
Look ahead. Vegas is predicting
Vegas
a long
knows. They know. They always know.
Yeah. So Florida State, all time, leads this matchup 14-4. Virginia's last win was in 2019.
Oh.
Not too long ago.
No, not that long.
This game's a little interesting.
It is interesting.
First glance, you think, oh, Florida State's going to do what they've done all year. They're just going to go out and score 60 points, beat them by 40, cover the spread by 30. I don't know about that one. Squirrel White, transfer from Tennessee. They haven't announced he is playing in this game yet. That's a pretty talented wide receiver there. He was really good at Tennessee the last 2 years, and I don't even know why he transferred. Probably because he didn't like the outlook in Tennessee, but probably could have stayed and been fine.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know. This one's a little interesting. I dove into this game. You could say Florida State's done this, done that. You know, they're running the ball better than anyone in the country right now.
Yeah.
I think they're second in rushing yards. But what about Virginia? No one's paid attention to Virginia this year. They're 3-1.
Yeah.
Just came off a loss off of NC State, who has somewhat of a pulse. They're 3-1 as well. NC State's not the worst team in college football. Close loss, 4-point loss at NC State. I don't know.
Who are their wins against?
NC State?
No, Virginia.
Virginia? Let me look up real quick.
Curious, because I haven't watched too much for Virginia. I feel like if you're a college football coach, if you're Mike Norvell, like, you just cannot possibly, like, how do you, I understand, like, you know, you look ahead for the opponent next week if it's a good opponent, but, like, that's such a trap. Like,
right.
Like, you gotta just not, I don't know, like, felt like Urban Meyer teams kind of would do that sometimes. Like, It's just kind of crazy, man. Like, how do we let this, like, everybody in the world knows it's a trap game. Like,
right.
How are we not, like,
Vegas
preparing
knows.
like it's not a trap game?
Right.
I don't know. I
and
feel
maybe
like
they
just
are.
Can't. Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like Norvell, out of everyone this year, would know not to fall into a trap game because of the season that he had last year. 2-10.
Don't fall into the trap.
So Virginia's wins. Coastal Carolina.
Okay.
48-7.
They're about to fire their coach. Coastal is, but okay.
They lost to NC State not last week. It was 2 weeks ago. 31-35 at NC State. And they played Sisters of the Blind, or Sisters of the Poor, William and Mary, Stanford.
Oh.
So.
What was the score of the Stanford game?
48-20.
Oh, geez.
So Virginia's put up over 30 points in every game they've played this year, even on their loss.
That's got to be why the line is. They must expect them to score points.
So a stat that I found interesting was Florida State and Virginia are both in the top 10 in the country for the margin of points scored covering the spread. So how many points they scored past covering the spread. They're both in the top 10. Florida State's number 1. Virginia's like 8 or 9.
Wow.
So when these teams win, they win big.
Interesting.
That's the thing.
Okay.
So it almost makes you think that these two teams are going to go at it.
They might.
Tonight, if you're listening. But
that'd be a nice little Friday night night game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna look past this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Virginia looks really good on paper. Their strengths match up against Florida State's weaknesses, and Florida State's strengths match up against Virginia's strengths. So, Virginia's passing game and rushing game are both top 20 in the country right now. I know we can't really predict games off stats this early in the season,
especially with who they play. But
especially with non-conference
but still,
games. You know, if we're gonna look at Florida State having the second most rushing yards in the country, and if we're gonna look at them putting up 65 points a game and that being a good thing, then we have to take into account what Virginia Tech does good in the stat sheet too.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
Virginia's doing really good on both sides, or both aspects in the offensive game, and their defensive game is very strong in the running game, which, as I said, Florida State's running game is excellent right now.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one.
I think it's wrong to count them out. That's the question I have.
So you like him as a dog?
I think so.
Wow.
These games are the hardest I have. I have the hardest time predicting these kinds of games because
like a team that you feel like should win, but like
right.
Yeah.
It's like Vegas. You can see Vegas thinks it's going to be a trap game.
I know.
And Vegas always wins. Like last week, Indiana was favored by a couple points. They were 10 ranks below Illinois. And they come out and wax them. Like that was It should have been the other way around, I feel like. You know, you look at
Yeah.
Illinois, who put up 50 on Duke. Indiana's kind of just done what they needed to do the first 3 weeks, and then
they come
Vegas
out
knew.
just hot. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes me think about this game even more because of
Yeah.
what happened last week.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Castellanos was limping off the field against Kent State.
Yeah, they need him.
There he is.
Hello.
The
Hello.
man.
So, Jake has joined. Thank God. We're just finishing up number 8 Florida State at Virginia. 7 o'clock Friday night. Talking about how this game spread is super, super interesting. Probably the most interesting of the weekend. 6.5 to Florida State over unranked Virginia. At Virginia's place.
You know what I always say? Gotta go with Virginia here.
Against.
I mean, why would the spread be like that? Vegas knows. I mean, they really haven't this year. There's no reason to tell you that Florida State's only 6.5 points better than them, even though it's at Virginia.
I don't know. You threw out some. You had some good. You had some. Tell Jake some of the stats that you just threw out there. The listeners can hear it again.
Okay. So I'm gonna update Jake on what we just went over. Where do I start? So Squirrel White. I'll start with Squirrel White. I'll start with the injuries. Squirrel White. They have yet to decide if he's going to play. One of Florida State's top wide receivers. He got hurt 2 weeks ago. And then you have Castellanos, who limped off the field last week against Kent State. Those are our 2 injuries we have. So Florida State injury-wise is lower than Virginia. Or higher than Virginia. And then Florida State plays Miami next week. So we're thinking it's going to be a look-ahead game this weekend.
Trap game.
Right, that's why the spread's 6.5. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were disagreeing. Okay.
No,
okay.
In all reality, it shouldn't make sense that they're only 6.5. But there's, a lot of stuff going on here, right?
Yeah.
So
a lot.
It's interesting.
It'd be very hard not to take Virginia plus 6.5.
Yeah. And I was looking at the stats. I was diving into this game a little bit. Both teams are top 10 in margin of covering the spread. So both teams win big when they're favored, and they're about to go at it tomorrow night.
I like this.
And Virginia, I think no one's really paid attention to Virginia this year. They're 3-1 with a hard-fought battle against NC State at NC State. They lost by 4. They put up 30 in every game. Virginia's top 20 in both aspects on offense, rushing and passing. Their run defense is excellent, top 15 in the country. And the thing that Florida State's doing best is running the ball. They're second in the country.
Jeez.
So Florida State's strengths match up with Virginia's strengths, and Virginia's passing game is relatively even with their rushing game, and Florida State's passing defense is not very strong. So this game's a little interesting. You look at who's playing, you think, oh, okay, this isn't going to be a game. You look at the spread. Okay, what's Vegas think? Now this gets interesting. And you look into it even more and you're thinking, holy crap, is Virginia going to do this?
Dude, you're diving deep into this. You're deep in the weeds.
Has Florida State even proven themselves yet?
They beat Bama.
I
Bama
mean,
just beat
dude,
the brakes off
they killed
Wisconsin.
Bama. Yeah, Bama's looking better.
Yeah.
I think they totally have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have.
I think they totally have.
Somewhat, I think they have. The problem is, we'll get into this later, but Alabama's road game isn't good right now. And they went on the road to Doug Campbell. Doug Campbell invited them in. They knew they were going to win. I mean, what team isn't preparing to win, but still. We'll get into that later. So I'm taking Virginia 6.5. Troy?
I'm taking Florida State.
Florida State to win.
No spreads for me. To win.
I know Jake didn't get to prove his point here, but
I got Virginia. It just doesn't make any sense.
Virginia 6.5. Yeah. I guarantee we don't even have to look at where the money's at. This money's obviously on Florida State.
For sure. For sure it is.
Because the money's gone down on Florida State. Or no. The spread's gone down, Jake. What does that mean?
reverse line movement. Be a level.
So they think it's going to be closer?
Movement.
Okay. So they want more people to take Florida State.
Vegas.
Yep. Exactly. Especially under a touchdown is crazy.
It is. It is crazy. It is crazy. What time is it? Oh, this is the night game tomorrow?
Yep, night game tomorrow. So real quick, Jake, who do you got? 21st ranked USC versus 23 Illinois. 6.5 spread at Illinois. 11 a.m. Saturday.
Illinois is favored?
No. USC's favored by 6.5.
After watching that defense against Indiana.
It was bad.
But I also know USC's defense can be a little...
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's a long trip for USC to play early in the morning.
If you don't know, Troy took Illinois to win.
I did. I took Illinois. I think they're going to win. Bounce back.
Yeah. Nah, I'm going USC.
USC, 6.5.
Yep. Even points.
That's what I got. Let's move on to 3:30 game Saturday. Number 4 LSU at number 13 Ole Miss. Ole Miss 1.5 spread right now. All time LSU leads 66-43. Who is currently on a 1-game win streak. Last year they won on a walk-off field goal, I believe, and they led for 0 seconds of that game.
That's insane.
They won the game without leading for 1 second.
The kick went in as time expired, so technically 0 seconds. I love that.
0 seconds in the win and winning the game. That's wild. So Kiffin's daughter decided to let the world know she's dating LSU star linebacker Whit Weeks Jr. How crazy of a coincidence is that to let the world know on this week?
Didn't Lane Kiffin tweet something about it?
He did.
Yes.
He did.
Oh man,
he's all in on it. He's known about it for sure.
Yeah.
It's weird that they launched that this week, though. I will say.
But he definitely told her to do it.
Oh yeah.
He wanted the impressions on that.
For sure.
He said, "Take the over." That's what he said.
Yeah, he did. That's crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's good stuff. Trinidad Chambliss, Ole Miss backup, will get his 3rd straight start this weekend. I think Lane Kiffin found his guy.
Baller.
This guy's a baller right now.
Baller.
That's exactly what I had, Jake. It's like you're reading off of my sheet here. My paper pop, as Josh Pate
He's
calls
fun
it.
to watch. He's so fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, he's great. I love it. So, first question I have. Will Brian Kelly dial up this offense?
No.
For the first time this season? Last week doesn't count. They played School of the Blind. You don't think so? Does it exist? Can you dial up this offense?
Yes, that's a great question.
Is it dialed up already?
That's a better question.
Not right now. It doesn't seem like it. I mean, when you go and beat Florida, and the first question out of the media, or one of the first questions out of the media, is how can you run the ball, and you get defensive about it, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Brian Kelly's.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy.
Do you think we can dial this offense up more, or you think this is it? You think it's all the way cranked up to 10?
I feel like at some point you got to see, like, we've got to see something. Yeah. Or, like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they can't run the football. Nussmeier looks very, just, meh.
Yeah.
Meh. I don't know. Looks fine, but meh.
We've been saying this for 4 weeks now. How LSU, if they've changed from last year. Right now, in week 5, they're in a worse spot offensively than they were last year with the same offensive team. They had more passing yards. They were top 10 last year in passing yards per game. And they're worse off in the running game this year than they were last year this time. I don't know how you get worse with the same offense and the same coaches and just more experienced players. And they had a harder schedule last year. They had USC, South Carolina, and UCLA who actually had some steam behind them after week 3 last year. This year, who do you got? Florida, who's Garbanzo, and who did they play first week? Clemson, who's even worse.
Yeah.
So they were better last year with the same offense. Better stats at this time. And they had a harder schedule. I don't know. Brian Kelly needs to figure it out. Or he may be on the hot seat by the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, LSU is not a place that they won't accept mediocrity there.
No.
It's national championships or get out. I think the last, 2 or 3 coaches have won natties there? Pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the last 3, because Saban, Les Miles, and
Orgeron.
Ed O.
Les Miles. You know, he was the last coach at Oklahoma State before
Was he really?
For what's his name?
Gundy.
Yes.
Wow. You were just saying that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Earlier. That is crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. 2004, I think Gundy took over.
Wow. That's when he went to LSU?
Yeah. We've seen him at LSU. Where else did he go?
Kansas.
He
was at Kansas for like 2 years or whatever, 2 or 3 years.
We've seen all that happen. And Gundy's still
just been mullet and all, grinding.
That's wild.
Yeah. LSU's defense is good though. Spike Baker, their
that's
defense
the one thing
is a dog.
that's
He's a
changed.
dog.
It's the one thing that's changed. Way better than last year. Yeah. Miles above what they were last year.
All the money they saved from Bryce Underwood, they spent on the defense.
Fair enough. They probably just had a stockpile waiting.
Right, Bryce Underwood's gone.
Where do we put this?
They do have a decent defense, though.
What has less of a hope, our offense or our defense?
Yeah.
Defense. Thought our offense was going to be better. Obviously not. Again, Ole Miss, 1.5, second easiest pick I had this weekend. I think Ole Miss wins this game. I think LSU takes their first loss.
I don't think Ole Miss has played a defense this year, and that worries me for them. I think that Ole Miss is a lot of points, too, to some pretty average teams. I know some garbage time here and there. I'm going to go LSU, plus 1.5.
LSU, plus 1.5.
I got LSU as well. I think it's going to be an ugly game.
Ugly as in high scoring, like turnovers galore?
I think some low scoring.
Low scoring?
Yeah, okay. LSU's defense, their offense is kind of eh.
So you're going against Kiffin? You're not taking the over?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be putting the mortgage on the over. No.
Dang it.
No, LSU though. I'm gonna take LSU.
Low scoring, LSU wins.
I think they keep winning, but eventually I think it comes to a head at some point here soon. But I don't know if it's this week.
Ole Miss is 59.5 spread.
Oof.
Or over under.
It's a lot of points.
It is.
It's a lot of points.
But for two, I mean,
that's a
ton
of points.
Say we just have, it is. Especially for how LSU's.
Yeah, LSU has not been lighting it up.
Yeah. I think it'll be hard for Ole Miss to score, but I think it's already hard for LSU to score, no matter who they play. Moving on to our second SEC matchup of the Saturday. Our second SEC matchup we have for y'all is number 17, Alabama, at number 5, Georgia. 2.5 point dog, or 2.5 point favorites. 7:30 game. Bama leads the all-time matchup, 44-26. This is Kirby Smart's kryptonite here.
It is.
Alabama.
It is.
How are they only 2-point favorites?
Because it's their kryptonite.
It is.
Kirby Smart's 1-6 all time against Alabama.
Is that? Wow, that's crazy.
He's been at Georgia for 10 years. 1-6 all time against Alabama.
That's honestly insane. I didn't realize it was that bad.
I think he's lost 13 games, and 6 of them have came from Alabama. Half of them.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But in his defense, 5 of them were Saban Bama. So
true. But he did lose.
Yeah.
Last year as well.
DeBoer, give him DeBoer 1-0.
1-0.
1-0 against Kirby Smart.
Sheesh.
That was in Tuscaloosa. Oh, first question I have for y'all. Who do you trust more to win this game? Gunnar Stockton in that surprisingly tough wide receiver room? Probably the strength of that offense? Or Ty Simpson and Kalen DeBoer? On the road. It's a trick question, because neither. Georgia's going to have to win this game on the ground.
Yeah.
You're not putting this game in Stockton's hands. That's what I came up with here. You just can't.
Yeah.
Stockton isn't that good of a quarterback.
They just got to keep giving Zachariah Branch bubble screens. Just letting him run on the outside.
Really.
Yeah, no, I don't see either of these quarterbacks being the...
Ty Simpson has looked really good since that Florida State game.
It's true, he has looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
But again, they haven't really played anybody. Wisconsin is horrible.
Another reason you don't bet on Stockton here is because Alabama has the 5th best passing off defense in the country. Defensive backs are locked down. Because how did Florida State win that game? They ran the ball.
Ran it.
Georgia's got to run it. And I know Kirby's smart enough to do that. Pun intended there.
That was good. That was good.
Do you think Alabama just automatically starts winning on the road here? Suddenly Kalen DeBoer just figures out and wins a big game on the road. Here's who they've lost to in the last 2 years on the road: Vandy, Tennessee, Oklahoma last year, and then they lost to Florida State this year on the road. Can't win a big one on the road.
Yeah, you know Sanford's gonna be rocking too.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rocking.
Yeah. You have to go Georgia minus 2.5 here, right? That's only a field goal.
Georgia, 33-game home win streak, biggest in the country.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Think it comes to an end?
No.
Any guesses on the last time Georgia beat Alabama in Athens?
Mark Richt was the coach, 2011. That's my guess.
Jake, any guesses?
No.
And 3.
Wow.
Last time Georgia beat Alabama at home.
What?
That's crazy.
That's
Yep.
wild.
Dude, who would the quarterback have been? It would have been Matt Stafford, right? He would have been a little bit later.
Stafford was 2008 and 9.
Yeah. I don't even know who that would have been. That's crazy.
I don't know. I have no idea. 2003. They played in Tuscaloosa in the national championship twice in Kirby Smart era, and they only schedule them every other year, just about. Because, I mean, maybe it'll change after SEC goes to 9, because they got to pick 3 rivals or something like that.
3 teams they play every year.
Yeah, and that, I mean, who wouldn't want to see this matchup every year? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
This is a great matchup.
For sure.
It will be.
For sure. What are you going?
Easiest pick I have this weekend: Georgia, 2.5. Easiest pick, easiest decision. Kirby Smart, 2-6 against Alabama after this weekend. I don't think DeBoer figures it out. Who are you taking? Alabama or
I
Georgia?
think I'm gonna take Bama.
Ooh.
Why not?
Okay.
Just go against the crew. Somebody's got to do it. Someone's got to do it.
This week's a little different because me and Jake are on the same side for every pick, and Troy's on the
It's
opposite
a bad
end.
time for you, Brandon.
Actually, maybe I should just reverse on my
I
picks.
gotta do
here.
this fade
Yeah.
beat recently. You're good.
Let's go Bama. Like it. Let's do it. Lock it in.
Bama.
Lock it in.
Next up, another Big Ten matchup we have for y'all. Number 1, Ohio State at Washington. Washington currently holds the second longest winning streak at home, 22 games in a row.
It's dead.
They're at Alaskan Airlines Stadium in Seattle. Ohio State 7.5-point favorites. Ohio State 9-3 in the all-time matchup between these two teams. Ohio State's on a 4-game win streak against the Huskies. Washington's last win over the Buckeyes was in 1994. A couple key players missing from Washington's team too. Wide receiver number 2, Rasheed Williams, and cornerback number 1, Takario Davis, are officially out for this weekend, and their number 1 linebacker is questionable.
Yikes. Not good.
So
why is the line dropping?
that's a good question. I think everyone's taking Ohio State to cover. I think they're trying to back it off. I don't know.
I looked at it earlier today. Give me 1 second.
Who's going to start for running back this week for us? It's got to be Bo Jackson, right? Got to be.
I don't know if he will, but he's gonna get 15 carries.
Who, him and Donaldson? Donaldson is him and them sharing time, or is it Peoples?
It might just be all three of them. I think Jackson's going to slowly work his way in there to get more percentage.
Yeah, I do too.
Because he looks great.
So it looks like on the spread right now it's just about 50-50. Money line is 97% Ohio State.
Holy.
But,
Holy.
I mean, that's kind of what you would expect. It's the number 1 team in the country. Their quarterback's incredible, and Ohio State hasn't played anybody like that. He's like Kyler Murray Jr., basically. How he runs, how he moves, how he throws. Quick.
Yeah.
The one thing that does favor Ohio State here a little bit is their linebackers are fast.
They're fast. Very fast. Yeah.
So
Very
fast.
good.
So that'll help a little bit. Washington runs probably one of the most man coverage heavy team or man coverage packages as anybody. When you're doing that against Jeremiah Smith, Cornell Tate, Brandon Ennis, Smiling Graham, along with the 3 tight ends, that's going to be troublesome, I think. I'm not saying Ohio State's going to cover the spread because I think Washington will cover 8.5, but I think Ohio State wins it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fourth quarter battle. I really do. I think 3 quarters of football is going to be what we're going to get here. And then I don't think Ohio State's going to lose this game by any means. Ryan Day style Ohio State team wins the games they're supposed to win as of current. Mike Urban, who had those trap games.
True.
But I think Ohio State gets it done, money line, and I think Washington will cover 8.5. I'd take 7.5 too, Washington. I think a touchdown's pretty reasonable. Now,
Is this the week that Ohio State starts running the football better? Like, I know we're talking about the running backs, but I feel like that's the one thing that I feel like Ohio State fans would like to see a little bit more.
I think they really tried to
on the ground.
They really tried to discover their identity last week or 2 weeks ago against Ohio in the run game, and I think that's why we got off to such a slow start, maybe. So I like that. I think they'll start running the ball a little better, especially now that we got a couple weeks in.
Yeah.
I can see these questions being popped up next week, where we get to hear about how Ohio State's a good football team for going 3 quarters with Ohio and then going 3 quarters with unranked Washington. You scrape out a win against Ohio, you go and win by 1 score against unranked Washington. I can hear it. I can hear it already, especially from ESPN.
I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less, right?
They've been all right, at least.
Yeah.
This so far into the season. You're right. I don't expect anything less. What do you think about that?
About this game or just about that? Dude, Ohio State's going to roll. If I was betting, I would take Ohio State on the spread. They're going to kill them. I'm telling you. It's happening. They kind of looked a little funky against OU. They get the week off. They get a bye week to prep and get things right. I just don't. I mean, if 2 of Washington's best defenders are out, that is nightmare fuel for them.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
Yeah. If
their number 1 cornerback's out and their linebacker, that's trouble.
Yeah.
That's big time trouble. And their number 2 receiver.
Right.
I don't know. They're not going to keep Ohio State from scoring. So I guess if they can, but Ohio State's strength has been their defense. So I don't know. I know it's at Washington. It's a good environment, but I'm taking Ohio State.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me the Bucks.
I saw the top 5 lowest spreads for the number 1 team against the unranked team. This is the 4th lowest in 30 years.
That's honestly crazy, though. Really, honestly.
4th lowest spread in 30 years.
What was the lowest?
Notre Dame. I don't know who they're facing. It was Notre Dame, though. I mean, that's... If you're going to pick a team to be number 1, and I guess you could say Penn State, but I don't know when the last time they were number 1.
Who was last year? Oregon, Ohio State, neither one of those teams were number 1?
Yeah, but they were both ranked.
Oh, it was an unranked team.
Ranked versus unranked.
Okay. Got ya.
I think Notre Dame was 4.5 point favorites over an unranked team 1 year. And our last game, we're going to give y'all the big one.
The big one.
Greatest atmosphere in college football. This is peak. This is movie theater worthy. I mean, no, this is undisputed the hardest atmosphere to play in college football. Number 6, Oregon, goes into Happy Valley. Not so happy for them. Number 3, Penn State. Penn State's currently 3.5 point favorites in Happy Valley. 110,000 people. Mo Bamba drowned out by the crowd. That's how loud it is. You're not even going to hear the officials over the speakers. That's how loud this place is going to be. I don't know. This might be the loudest we've ever heard a stadium or a crowd over the TV.
I love all the reports out of Oregon being they were playing Mo Bamba at practice all week. It's okay, it's not really the song that's the problem. It's the 110,000 in the way.
You're not going to be able to hear Mo Bamba.
Yeah. They've been playing Mo Bamba all week. Cool. The players probably loved it. They're probably vibing.
Right.
That's not the problem.
Yeah, they probably didn't even practice because they're so excited to hear that song. So Penn State currently leads this matchup 3-2. Oregon won last year, 2024. Penn State fans, close your eyes, plug your ears. James Franklin, 4-20, first to AP poll top 10. Not 4-20. He's
the most overrated coach of all time.
You want to know what he is versus top 5s?
0-8.
1-19.
Oh my goodness.
So let's subtract that from the total. Oregon's not in the top 5.
Oh,
Right.
Oregon's 6.
Right, they're 6, so they're fine.
James Franklin. James Franklin's currently 3-1 against 6 through 10.
that's
So
such a James Franklin
if we're stretching for a win here for Penn State fans, James Franklin's currently 3-1 against AP poll 6 through 10. Should we just make Oregon a top 5 team for this
I think
matchup?
we totally should, 100%.
There you are.
Yeah, they're top 5. They're top 5.
I think this might be the most embarrassing loss for Penn State if they lose this one
Why?
in the program.
I don't know if this is most embarrassing,
No.
but
They had 6 months of preparation for this game.
Yeah,
they just had a week
That
off.
is true.
They haven't played anyone this season. They haven't played anyone in 10 months. They've had forever to prepare for this game.
it wouldn't be
This
the
is
most
the
embarrassing.
game.
It would be the most likely loss for them ever, is to lose this game. Like, it would just be the most, like, Penn State thing ever for them to lose this game.
I mean,
At
this
home,
is
whiteout, night game, everything that they want against a big game.
That's what I'm
and then
saying.
letting
It's
it go.
embarrassing. Everything is leaning in their
I
favor.
mean, yeah, I see what you're saying.
The spread's in their favor. Crowd's in their favor. They got a young Oregon team going to their stadium at night. Dante Moore's never seen an atmosphere like this. The closest he's seen is a 3:30 game at Utah when he was at UCLA.
The Utes.
And
Yeah.
Utah was on a down year, so that probably wasn't even that good
It
of a...
wasn't even good.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely interesting. I feel like there's one, and you just mentioned him. I feel like the main X factor's got to be Dante Moore, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's like the main. Like, if he plays well,
Right.
then I think that's a bit. But if he doesn't, then it's gonna be hard for them to win.
Yeah.
But Dante Moore, I feel like, is the X factor. He
You know
gets
what
in
he-
there and he.
You know what he did at Utah when he was on UCLA? I know it's totally opposite situations for him surrounding. 42% completion, negative 50 yards rushing
Yeesh.
against Utah at UCLA.
UCLA's a dumpster, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but
Totally
yes.
different surrounding cast here.
But yeah, agreed.
But a half the atmosphere against them, and he went negative 50 rushing yards with 40% completion.
Well, I mean, I saw a stat the other day that Drew Aller's QBR is like 38.1%.
Yeah, he's brutal.
Yeah, isn't it like in the bottom 10 of college football
It's
or
worse
something?
than if you drop back and spike the ball into the ground every single throw.
So he's throwing more picks than incomplete, or the picks are doing worse than
Throwing
spiking the
incompletions.
ball on the ground. Yeah.
It's like 39.3 if you drop back and spike the ball on the ground every single time you go to throw.
That's wild.
Pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with him, but
I just saw
coming out of
something
Medina.
today
That's gonna be good.
that scouts are still saying he's going to be the number 1 pick.
That's
I don't know.
that's
No
Insane.
way.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Who'd you pick? Who'd you take, Aller or Nussmeier?
Nussmeier.
Yeah, probably. I would too.
I mean, as of right
I-
now,
I-
neither
I
of
don't
them are
know.
scoring.
Right.
No, I'm talking about the NFL draft.
I don't know. Can I say neither? Because they both are bad right now. Aller.
I'd like to
Aller.
I'd like to forfeit my NFL draft pick and take Jeremiah Smith next year.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do.
I'd like to just move my first round pick to next year. So, the 1% that could win Penn State this game. 1. Penn State having sustained successful drives. They're good between the 20s, but they're terrible in the red zone over the
Which
last
is the
couple
James
years.
Franklin special.
Yep, James Franklin special. They need to score touchdowns. You can't just settle for field
They
goals
stink.
or, just fall over in the red zone. You have to finish strong, especially against the Oregon team who's living off explosive plays this year. I mean, Penn State's known for long drives. You get down slow, methodical. Put up 3 or hopefully score a touchdown. Oregon takes 1 play, 2 plays. DeCorian Moore, 65-yard receiving touchdown. Like it's that quick for Oregon. So they need to score touchdowns in the red zone. They need to finish. Immunity.
How are you only
Absolutely.
3-point favorite when you have the whiteout? That's like 6
That's what I'm
points.
saying. That's what's crazy.
Give me
3.5
Oregon.
is crazy. Give me Oregon.
Number 2 I have for Penn State. They need a game plan for Drew Aller. You don't trust Drew Aller to win you this game. I'll tell you that.
No, you depend
James
on Nick
Franklin.
Singleton.
Right. They've been running the ball really good. I think you need to throw. I think you need to get flashy, stylish, especially with the crowd behind you. That's only going to get them more riled up if you're moving the ball down the field with these flashy plays. You know, some reverse sweeps, some double passes. You know, I want to see something. That'd be. He's not going to do
Jimmy
it. I
Franks
know,
ain't
but
dialing that up.
no, he's not.
Jimmy Franks.
He's not. So what do I have for Oregon? First one I have for Oregon, Penn State being Penn State. Okay, the real one. I think I said it earlier, but they need to keep doing what they're doing with the explosive plays. They've had 31 plays for over 20 yards this year.
That's crazy.
They're leading the country in explosive plays. 31 plays with 20 plus yards.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, that's wild. They need to do what they've been doing.
Yeah.
It's literally the name of the game this year for them. And he needs to trust more to throw the deep ball like they've been doing all year against not excellent teams, but if it's working, I mean, just why not stop? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, Jake, are you taking Oregon?
That was an evil smirk.
Taking Oregon, 3.5.
Yep.
Troy? Penn State.
1,000% Oregon. I will never
Oregon?
pick Penn State in a big game. Ever.
I'm
Even
going.
if there's a fire.
I'm going all in here.
Oh my god.
Four suited euchre hand alone. Give me Penn State to win and cover in the whiteout.
We're going to come back here next week and you're going to be like, I can't believe I picked Penn State to win a big game.
Give me the Nittany Lions to cover and win. The Nittany Lions are not a lion, by the way, if you didn't know.
What do you mean?
They aren't a lion.
What are they?
It's a mountain lion, which is a
Oh,
cat.
mountain lion. Oh, cat. Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fake. It's a fake lion.
Yeah.
Oregon.
Give me Penn State.
Go Ducks. Give me the Ducks. Dan Lanning.
Dan Lanning is better than Jimmy Franks. I'm sorry.
All right, so here's an actual question. If Ohio State squeaks out a victory, so they win by a field goal, Oregon goes in, dominates Penn State. Is there any chance that Oregon would move to 1?
Honestly, the winner of this game, if it's a close game in Washington, the winner of this game is going to go to 1.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah, I mean, obviously Penn State would if they won. If Oregon's 6 right now. You think they would jump up?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I think
you think
Ohio
they would
State
just go
stays
2?
Yep. I think Ohio State stays at 1.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Oregon would go 2.
I think whoever wins this, if it's a blowout, if Oregon comes out and whoops Penn State, might. Actually, I don't know. If Penn State wins this, they might go to 1. I don't see Oregon at number 1.
Yeah, you're probably right with
No
that.
matter the situation. Unless Ohio State loses, I don't see Oregon at number 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see Penn State at 1, though. Just because of where they're at right now.
Yeah.
We got a couple other good games, too, that we haven't mentioned. We got Kentucky at South Carolina. South Carolina's favored by 5.5. We got... Who else we got? Tennessee at Mississippi State. Mississippi State's 7.5 point dogs.
Mississippi State looks good this year.
Yeah, they do.
They look a lot better.
Utah, West Virginia. Honestly, I don't think I would watch any of the games I'm about to name off because we have games scheduled from 7 p.m. tomorrow, or today if you're listening, to 7:30 Saturday.
Great slate of football.
Auburn at Texas A&M. That's going to be an interesting game. Indiana at Iowa. 8-point dogs.
Blowout.
Cincinnati at Kansas. Bowling Green at Ohio. Duke at Syracuse. Notre
BG
Dame.
Ohio, big game. Big game in the action right there.
Yeah.
It's a big game in the action.
Notre Dame goes to Arkansas.
Sam Pittman's last game.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's that whole athletic director and his head coaching job last game.
Yeah, if they lose, he's...
Yeah. It's sad because Arkansas should be 4-0 right now. They have two last second losses.
And they blew the one game to completely blew it.
Oh yeah, Memphis last week.
Oh my gosh.
You literally could have just bled out the clock.
Fumbled it. Fumbled.
That was like a Mario Cristobal move right there.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing
Mario
will ever be as bad as that.
No, that was. Oh man.
That turned that hopeful season into nothing but dust.
Yeah.
That's the only concern with Miami is that Mario Cristobal loses them some game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think he's kind of locked in though this year.
Yeah, they're locked in. They're
Yeah.
gonna be. They're good. They're good.
He just can't make a mistake like that. You got anything for us, Jake? Any other comments?
Nothing right now. I'm sure I'll be full of them on Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
We got to talk to Jake about the Heisman. We were talking about Heisman before he got on.
Yeah.
What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on the Heisman, Jake?
He gone.
Been a crazy year.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I mean,
That's what you are.
I do feel bad because he was having a great year. Feel bad for him. I feel bad for Brandon because he made a really good pick. It's just not going to work out.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for you because you didn't get your cash out option. It's brutal, man. Brutal.
That is kind of bullshit. They should at least give you your money back.
I agree.
Right.
Especially because he was doing so well.
Right. Yeah. That sucks, but who knows? The rate this going, he could come back and still win it.
For real.
That is true.
It's like nobody wants to win the Heisman this year. Like,
Right.
who wants to win it? Nobody.
I mean, I'm sure Mendoza isn't going to end up in the finalists. Castellanos, maybe.
Don't speak too soon.
If Ahmad Hardy continues this journey he's on, I could see him being there. But I don't see Nuss, I don't see Arch, I don't see Klubnik.
Well, no, they're already done. They can't make it back. I mean, that's like saying Lagway can still make it.
Man.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Maybe if he just throws for 400 yards a game the rest of the year and it's 5 touchdowns, no picks every game.
I don't think you can win the Heisman and throw 5 picks in a game. You should already be out of the running no matter what. You're done.
You know how? Have you seen those accounts that post when you lose the first game of the season? They post or they used to post when it was four playoff team. They're eliminated. Yeah. That's what they should have posted for DJ Lagway there.
Heisman.
Eliminated.
Yeah. Thanks for a great season. Oh man, what a great slate of football this weekend! Oh
I'm
my
excited.
gosh, so good.
Best one we've had this year so far.
That's why we put in all the dog days in the summer, right, Jake? For this weekend right here.
That's right,
this is what we work.
I will have my phone on, watching that while I'm at the Guardians game. It'll be on. I'll be watching.
You going to the game tomorrow?
Saturday.
Yeah, dude. They're gonna clinch. They're gonna clinch Saturday.
I hope so. They need to.
I hope they clinch Friday.
They could clinch tomorrow though. What's the score right now?
It wasn't pretty last I looked. Final 4-2.
Wasn't pretty. Can't ask to win 30 straight like they did a couple years ago. All right, I think that wraps it up. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Enjoyed this episode. Enjoyed Jake Pretty Face joining us a third of the way through, but we'll catch y'all Tuesday morning.
Absolutely.
Monday night,
Have a
Tuesday
great
morning.
weekend.
Peace.
Peace.